John Wick Hex has arrived, and let me tell you, it kind of left me wondering what this game could have been with a little bit more polish and maybe a couple of extra months of development. The game's original story, credited to the game's designer, is simple but effective, even though it does little to push forward any kind of character development. It gets you from point A to point B and serves as a way to put John Wick against some very interesting antagonists, culminating with X himself, but that's all. Okay, I already know what you're saying. You're not here for the story, you're here for the action. So let's just jump into it. John Wick X plays like a mix of Superhot meets XCOM with a little frozen synapse thrown in the middle. This is a thinking man's game first and foremost, and you'll be heavily penalized if you go in guns blazing. But even if you take your time, you'll still die quite often. Nevertheless, I never felt the game was being unfair. Dumb? Maybe, but not unfair. The AI usually feels kind of dumbed down, with enemies not really being tactical at all. Most of the time, enemies just gang up on you, without any thought out or planned attack strategy whatsoever. Many times I was frustrated by thinking I had cleared the level, only to be surprised by a guy that appeared last minute from way back at the start of the level. Boss fights don't seem to change this situation at all. They just take a little bit longer, since most bosses are authentic bullet sponges. And they can be a little tricky to figure out on the first go. The in-game animations are stiff, the character models are a little bit basic, and the overall feel is a little bit clunky, to be honest. Plus, the game's mechanics, while being very clever, can really get in the way of your enjoyment, especially at the start. After each level, you're presented with the option of viewing a replay of it as if it were a movie. The system will automatically stitch together every action beat, every decision, and present them to you with some flair. And this, like the game as a whole, is cool, kind of works, but leaves you wanting more. John Wick, as presented on the big screen, is a fast and fluid killing machine. Here, well, not so much. Plus, these replays are filled with audio and animation glitches that can make them kind of annoying to sit through. It's great that the team could get the talent of Ian McShane and Lance Reddick to reprise their roles, and the excellent Troy Baker never disappoints as the titular X. But apart from Troy, that absolutely chews the script, the reading falls flat and is a bit one-tone throughout the game's many cutscenes. Having said all that, I had fun with John Wick X, and this is a game that I really wanted to like much more than I actually do, and that's a real shame. Although the game runs smoothly enough, I found many small imperfections that, put together, really brings down the whole experience and makes me think that this just isn't a very good game. It's an interesting one for sure, and it's very clever on how it delivers the experience of being in John Wick's shoes, but it lacks a bit of polish to pull it off successfully. John Wick X feels like a demo of what could be a very good game. As is, it's definitely undercooked.